Hello everybody and welcome to our channel. I'm Hayden, I'm one half of the Vegan Voyagers, and we're on a mission to find the best vegan food in every country around the world. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and today I'm gonna share with you my vegan journey, which started 11 years ago now. Well, I guess it started longer than that. So like most people growing up, I was a big meat eater, but not until I went to college did I start to rethink what it was that I was eating or who it was that I was eating. I had a professor in a class called Religion and Animals, and in this class we read a book called The Communion of Subjects, and it was about how every religion treats animals. And not to give you a spoiler alert, but it's not very good. And that professor was a vegan. I thought she was a little quirky. I thought it was kind of this abstract concept. How could somebody give up cheese, you know? But she was the first person to kind of plant the seeds of veganism for me. We also read the book called Next of Kin by Roger Fouts. And it was a story about a chimpanzee who was taught American Sign Language. Her name was Washu. And it really gave me the first glimpse of how animals are sentient beings. They feel pain, they feel fear, they feel love, they have emotions, they have personalities. And this book absolutely changed my life. Like most people, when you get to college, you get to start thinking for yourself. And in my senior year, I lived off campus, I was off of the meal plan, and I had to start cooking for myself. And that was when I first realized just how disgusting animal flesh really is. I had to start cooking meat, and I was absolutely repulsed by the idea. So I immediately started cutting out certain animals from my diet. I think I started with beef and pork, and then eventually it turned into chicken. And about 2 years later, I went from full pescatarian to a vegan. In that same time, I got a job working for PETA, and I was a campaigner for PETA. I was so excited to travel the country, hosting demonstrations for various issues, whether it was to stop eating animals, whether it was to stop experimenting on them, to stop using their skins in fashion. I put myself out on the street corner. I did media training. I knew my sound bites. We invited the news stations to come to our demonstrations, and I pretty much wore a lettuce bikini. Yes, that was my uniform.
If food is the new fashion, then these ladies are definitely in style.
I'm out here in a lettuce bikini, and it's just a great way to get people to, pay attention.
And they're nothing short of attention getters. These women who call themselves the lettuce ladies are out to convince passerbys to turn over a new leaf.
Hopefully we're out here convincing some people to go vegan in the new year. It's a great visual to get people to start thinking about what's on their plate.
Oh, they'll be thinking they'll never be able to look at lettuce the same way again.
To get a lot of media attention, you have to do some really abstract things. So a lot of times we would go to Maine in the winter and we'd hand out free hot cocoa dressed in a bikini, and that's what would get the media's attention. We went to pride parades, we went to festivals, we pretty much inserted ourselves anywhere that there might be media attention in order to try to get people to think about who's on their dinner plates. I also spent a lot of time protesting the circus. They would come to Southern California for an entire summer. They'd be in Orange County and in Los Angeles. And I spent every day at every single performance protesting outside, handing out leaflets, handing out pamphlets. I would drive around this giant big van that says Ringling Beats Animals, and it had an image of a baby elephant who had been tied down. And you really don't want to mess with the carnies. It was actually kind of a scary time. I would be followed home afterwards. They would follow me to the office. They would follow us to lunch after a demonstration. One time we had to get the police involved because we thought that they had done something to the van. Luckily, in 2017, Ringling Brothers shut down completely, and the elephants walked free. I then got a job working for Sea Shepherd Conservation Society. I moved my entire life from Los Angeles up to the San Juan Islands, and that's actually where Aaron and I met. I didn't work at Sea Shepherd for very long. They ended up closing the office, so we moved to Texas. From there, I started working for a company called Environment Texas. And I thought that an environmental organization would have made the connection between animal agriculture and the environment, but it turns out they did not make that connection, and in fact refused to make that connection. So I kind of felt a little bit lost there. I wasn't sure that this organization was really trying to save the environment. You can't really call yourself an environmentalist if you eat meat. So I didn't last very long there. But from Austin, that's when we decided to become RVers. So we sold everything, we moved into an RV. That is when we found our love of vegan food. We want to share with people all the best vegan food that we can find in every city that we visit. We just want to show people that there's amazing vegan alternatives out there. A vegan steak, there's vegan cutlets, there's nuggets, there's ribs, there's everything you could possibly want to eat. And there's no reason that we need to be eating animals at all. And we found that to be one of the most effective forms of activism, is to just simply feed people. Because in the end, really it's all about the food. We're clearly not starving people. Like, we love to eat. It's what we love to do the most. We love showing people all the amazing food that we find on our journey. So we hope you will hit that subscribe button and continue to follow us while we go on our adventures around the world. And stay tuned for Aaron's vegan story because it's a good one. We'll see you next time.
I think it's good. I mean, I think sometimes it may marginalize the movement with like sex and stuff, but anything that helps definitely is a good thing.
I also spearheaded a campaign against fishing. It was called Don't Let Your Kids Become Hookers. One of my favorite demonstrations is called a shower demo. It's for Earth Day, and it's to show people that 6 months worth of showers equals 1 pound of beef. I just filmed this entire video with my glasses on, and then the ring light put little reflections in my eyeballs, and I couldn't stand to watch it for more than 4.5 seconds, so we're refilming it all. Yay.